Hello, Joe here from Infiniti of Tacoma. Today I'm going to tell you about this beautiful 2020 Mazda Miata Grand Touring that we have for sale. This one's in an exceptionally nice condition. 100 clean Carfax, only 6,934 miles. Still in pretty close to new condition. Still has a twinge of that new car smell. Very beautiful shape on the inside and the outside. Hardly a mark on it. I absolutely love the Mazda Miata. I'm 42. I've been in the car business since I was about 15. I've had a chance to drive and own lots of vehicles, but one of my all-time favorite fun cars to drive is the Mazda Miata. And you know, you might laugh, you know, looking at our car lot, we have, you know, C7, C8 Corvettes, you know, twin turbo, you know, Q50 Red Sport 400s. Lots of fun high performance cars, a BMW M2 competition. Those are all fun high horsepower cars, you know, 500 plus horsepower. But the one thing about the Miata is this is a vehicle that you can have so much fun driving in the real world on real roads without, you know, having to worry about losing your license or getting hurt. You know, a lot of those high performance cars, if you drive them fast, you push them hard, they can turn around and bite you. This is so much more forgiving, and that's the beauty of it. I owned a Miata. My stepdad has the current generation of this Miata. He's always dreamed of having a Miata. Finally, he made that dream come true. He loves it. He lives on Vashon Island, but he's putting thousands of miles on his just driving around. And the thing about the Miata, there's a saying, it's more fun to drive a slow car fast than a fast car slow. And obviously this is not a slow car, you know, like a Ford Taurus or something like that. This is actually a pretty fast car, 180 horsepower, doesn't weigh much, 0 to 60 a little under 6 seconds. You know, top speed, I think was close to 140 miles an hour now. That's actually pretty quick, but the way it delivers power, the way it communicates to you know, what's going on to you, it's very forgiving. You can, yeah, this gives you a chance to sometimes, you know, recover from a mistake where other cars are not as forgiving. Also, because this is a small retractable hardtop convertible, it's lightweight. It's like driving an oversized go-kart. This thing is just a hoot to toss in the corners. And then, since it's so low to the ground and with the top down, you actually get an impression that you're going a lot faster than you really are. That's kind of the magic of the Miata. You can be going, you know, on these curvy roads at 35, 40, 45 miles an hour, and it feels like you're going a lot faster. That's what it all comes down to. It doesn't really matter how fast a car goes 0 to 60, what, you know, how many G's it can pull in the corners. What really matters is how big the smile is on your face when you're driving a car on the road. And this thing is hard to beat. For the price point, the reliability, efficiency, it checks off so many boxes, and it's you know, it's hard to overcome. Obviously some people, you know, they want the Corvette, they want the Mustang, they want the 500 horsepower V8. Some people, you know, can't overlook those things, but if you just want the funnest car that money can buy, the best bang for your buck, it's hard to beat the Mazda Miata. Take one out for a drive, get on a curvy road, put the top down, you'll see what I mean. Okay, so I've been going on about this one. This one's equipped with the Grand Touring package, one of the range-topping trim levels for the Miata. You have this beautiful leather interior, nice contrast stitching, synthetic leather, and stitching on the doors. I will only buy these with manual transmissions because I am a manual transmission snob. Some cars are fine with automatics. Maybe you have a broken leg or a disability that requires you to drive an automatic. I can understand that, but if that's not the case, do yourself a favor. If you're gonna get one of these, get it with a manual. It's part of the joy of driving a vehicle like this. Heated seats, automatic climate control, keyless ignition with push button start, navigation system, rear parking camera, automatic dimming mirror, universal garage door opener, nice leather up steering wheel that feels wonderful in your hands. Also a great color combination, and this graphite gray on black leather. Absolutely beautiful automobile, and the latest generation of the Miata is one of the best. I had a generation 2 Miata, I think it was the NB, which was one of my favorites, but the Miata had a tendency to kind of get bigger, get heavier over the years. But when Mazda went back to the drawing board for this generation of the Miata, they wanted to go back to their roots, so they actually made it lighter and smaller instead of bigger, but it's still very comfortable. In fact, I still have more interior space in this Miata than my Generation 2 NB Miata. I'm 6'2". I really couldn't fit in the other Miata. My head would hit the top of the roof when the top was up. Not the case in this one. I'm actually pretty comfortable. My stepdad's about the same size as me, and he's plenty comfortable in his. You have this wonderful engine, very simple, naturally aspirated, 180 horsepower, all the power you really want for a vehicle this size. 180 horsepower, but the other thing too, very fuel efficient, 26 city, about 35 miles per gallon on the highway. So this is a performance automobile that lets you save money on gas as well. Also, one of the greatest open air experiences that I've ever experienced in a car. I used to ride motorcycles. I have a family and kids. I had some close calls, a few accidents, so I stopped riding motorcycles as much as I missed it. Obviously, you can't compare a car to a motorcycle, but for me, the closest I've come to that enjoyment, that open air enjoyment drive, experience in a motorcycle, no other automobile with 4 wheels has brought that to me than the Miata. That's as close as I've gotten to having that joy of being on a motorcycle. So maybe if you used to have motorcycles, you want that experience. Obviously you can't duplicate, a motorcycle of a car, but for open air fun, this is hard to beat. This beautiful Miata, we could have shipped just about anywhere in the country. Contact us for a shipping quote. We sell vehicles out of state on a monthly basis. Thanks so much for taking the time today to watch this video. Hopefully we see you soon, and have a wonderful day.